Well, let's just say things get even more intense when they encounter the velociraptors.
Those are the smart ones, right? The pack hunters.
Exactly. And Crichton makes them terrifying. No slow, dumb lizards here.
I bet. But it's not just about them being scary, right? There's something about a discovery in their nest.
Oh, yeah. They find apatosaur bones in the raptor nest. It's like a sign.
Welcome to Witter. Who Has Time to Read? The podcast that brings deep dives for busy minds. Listen to AI hosts Jane and Dane and get ready to unpack the world's most captivating books in just a fraction of the time. Whether commuting, working out, or just squeezing in a quick break, we deliver key insights, thought-provoking themes, and takeaways you can carry into your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Plus, use our links in the description to purchase this book. Your support helps us bring more engaging book discussions to you. Listen and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Who has time to read? You do, with Witter.
Welcome back, deep divers. Today, we're taking a trip back to the island, but not the one you're thinking of.
No, not Lost. We're diving into The Lost World, the sequel to Jurassic Park.
You guys gave us excerpts from Michael Crichton's novel for this one, right?
Right. It's been 6 years since the Jurassic Park disaster, and the world, well, they think dinosaurs are extinct. But Crichton, he drops these little hints that something's not quite right.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. Like those dead animals washing up in Costa Rica.
Exactly. Uncanny prehistoric features. Just enough to make you wonder if it's a coincidence or something more.
So it sounds like we're dealing with more than just a theme park gone wrong this time.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We're introduced to Dr. Richard Levine, this brilliant, and let's be honest, slightly obsessed paleontologist.
Sounds like my kind of guy. What makes him so interesting?
Well, he's convinced that a lost world exists, a place where dinosaurs still roam. He's rich, eccentric, and just disappears one day to prove his theory.
Talk about dedication.
What?
But he doesn't just vanish without a trace.
Right. Nope. He leaves behind these cryptic notes, talks about a site bee and a hacked engine computer. It's like he's daring someone to follow him.
And that's where the reader comes in. Like,
yeah.
We're part of the mystery, too.
Absolutely. Remember that young computer whiz Arby? He cracks the code Levine left behind.
Oh, yeah, Arby.
Yeah.
He's the one who uncovers all those confidential InGen reports, right?
Right. We're suddenly looking into the heart of a secret dinosaur facility.
So there really is another island out there.
Isla Sorna. And get this, it's one of 5 islands called the 5 Deaths. Matanceros, Muerte, Tecano, Pena. I mean, come on.
Talk about foreshadowing. Those names alone set the stage for something dangerous.
Absolutely. And then there are the dinosaurs themselves. Crichton doesn't just throw any old dinosaurs at us.
He does his research, right? Makes them feel real.
Totally. We meet the tiny compsognathus, or compies, like little chickens, but with a poisonous bite.
Oh, I remember those. They might look cute, but they pack a punch.
And it turns out that little detail becomes pretty important later on.
You're killing me. No spoilers. But it sounds like size doesn't matter much on this island, huh?
Nope. You've got your gentle giants, too. Apatosaurs, stegosaurs, just munching on plants, minding their own business.
I'm picturing a prehistoric safari. But you can't have a dinosaur story without the king.
Right? You know it. The Tyrannosaurus Rex makes a grand appearance.
I bet. Crichton's descriptions are always so vivid, you can practically hear those footsteps.
Absolutely. It's more than just looks, though. We see how they behave, interact, almost like a real ecosystem.
Okay, so we've got the mysterious Site B.
Yeah.
A whole island full of diverse dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. What ties it all together?
Those InGen reports, remember, they reveal that Site B was a breeding ground, a dinosaur factory.
Wow. It's like Jurassic Park, but on a whole other level.
Seriously, we get this glimpse into how they created the dinosaurs, the genetic manipulation, the scale of it all.
And it makes you wonder, right? Even if we could bring back dinosaurs, should we?
That's the big question, and it hangs over the entire story. It's more than just an adventure, it's about ethical dilemmas, too.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, but then you have to think about the consequences.
Exactly. And the story doesn't shy away from that. We find out they're deliberately releasing dinosaurs from Site B because of a mysterious sickness called DX.
DX. Don't like the sound of that. Is it contagious?
Well, that's the thing. Remember those compies we talked about? Turns out they're playing a key role in spreading it.
What? The tiny ones? That's kind of terrifying.
It's like this perfect example of unintended consequences, right? Underestimating the power of nature.
Things are getting complicated. So we've got sick dinos, a secret facility, and I bet it doesn't end there, right?
You know it. Enter corporate espionage. A scientist named Dodgson shows up from a rival company, Biosyn.
Another company? What are they up to?
This guy, Dodgson, he's not interested in research. He wants to steal dinosaur eggs. Pure greed.
Classic villain move.
Yeah.
But stealing eggs from a dinosaur-infested island, that takes guts. Or stupidity.
Right. It makes you question the motives behind all these scientific advances, you know?
So we've got InGen, Biosyn, dinosaurs, a mysterious disease. What could possibly go wrong?
Well, let's just say things get even more intense when they encounter the velociraptors.
Those are the smart ones, right? The pack hunters.
Exactly. And Crichton makes them terrifying. No slow, dumb lizards here.
I bet. But it's not just about them being scary, right? There's something about a discovery in their nest.
Oh, yeah. They find apatosaur bones in the raptor nest. It's like a sign that things are out of balance.
The raptors are hunting bigger prey. That's not good.
It makes you wonder, was InGen's whole experiment doomed from the start?
Like, they could create the dinosaurs, but not control them.
And that ties into the bigger picture, right? The ethics of manipulating nature, unintended consequences, it's all connected.
Wow. So we're going from a dinosaur adventure to a commentary on science and humanity.
Crichton was good at that. He makes us think about our own relationship with nature.
And maybe learn a few lessons along the way. This is getting really interesting.
Oh yeah, we're just scratching the surface. And, you know, it's amazing how Crichton uses the dinosaurs not just as, you know, these big scary monsters, but as mirrors to, you know, reflect our own human nature.
Oh, I like that. So it's not just a monster movie.
No, not at all. Each character's reaction to the dinosaurs, you know, tells us something about them, their motivations, their strengths and weaknesses. All of that.
That's so true. Like, take Levain, right? He's so focused on proving his theories that he almost forgets about the danger.
Exactly. He's got that, you know, that drive for knowledge that can sometimes make us blind to the risks.
Kind of reminds me of Ian Malcolm a bit, you know? Always warning about the dangers of playing God.
Oh, totally. Malcolm, he's reluctantly pulled back into the dinosaur world, but he never lets us forget about the potential for chaos, you know, when we mess with things we don't understand.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Sure.
And then there's Sarah Harding, the tough, resourceful one. She's got that balance of awe and practicality.
She respects the dinosaurs, but she's not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Right. She's not just a damsel in distress. She's a real scientist.
And then you've got Dodgson, the complete opposite, right? He's all about greed, doesn't care who he hurts to get what he wants.
Yeah, he's a real piece of work. But his ending, that was pretty satisfying, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, classic case of karma. It's like Crichton saying, don't mess with nature.
Definitely. Okay, so we've talked about the characters, the big ideas, but what about some of those standout dinosaur moments? Like that scene where Sarah wakes up next to a stegosaurus.
Oh my gosh, that one is so good. Crichton knows how to build suspense, right? She's alone, tired, and bam, dinosaur.
But the stegosaurus isn't even aggressive, right?
No. It's more like surprised, curious even.
It's like a reminder that these aren't just movie monsters, they're real animals.
Exactly. With their own ways of reacting to the world.
And then there's the baby T-Rex. Who would have thought we'd feel sorry for a T-Rex?
Right. It gets hurt, and suddenly it's vulnerable like any other baby.
And those parents, talk about protective. They go to crazy lengths to get their baby back.
Oh, yeah, they'll do anything for their kid. It's kind of sweet in a terrifying way.
You know, Crichton really gets us to think about these dinosaurs in a different way. They're not just killing machines, they're parents. They're part of an ecosystem.
Exactly. And then there's that theme of, you know, unintended consequences running through the whole story.
Yeah, like with the DX disease, right? They never expected the Cumpies to play such a big role in spreading it.
It's like nature always finds a way to surprise us, you know, even when we think we're in control.
It's a bit humbling, isn't it? To realize how much we don't know.
Totally. And, you know, I think that's one of the big takeaways from The Lost World.
That even with all our technology, we're still at the mercy of nature.
Exactly. It's about respecting the power of nature, recognizing that we don't have all the answers.
And maybe being a little more careful about how we mess with things, right?
Absolutely. The Lost World is a great adventure story, but it's also a cautionary tale. It reminds us that our actions have consequences, sometimes in ways we can't even imagine.
You know, it's amazing how Crichton takes this island, Isla Sorna, and turns it into like a mini version of the whole world.
Right. It's like this little experiment, you know, where he throws in all our anxieties about technology and our fascination with dinosaurs.
And our desire to control nature.
Right.
Like, can we really play God without messing things up?
Exactly. It all comes together on this island, and the result is a story that's both exciting and thought-provoking.
It really makes you think about those big questions, doesn't it? Like, what are the limits of science? What happens when we push too far?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And one thing that really stuck with me was that whole chaos theory thing that Malcolm keeps talking about.
The butterfly effect. How even small actions can have huge consequences.
Yeah, Malcolm can be a bit of a downer sometimes, but he's got a point. We see it happening all over the island, right?
Totally. The dinosaurs getting loose, the disease spreading, Dodgson's little scheme blowing up in his face. It's like the island itself is this chaotic system where anything can happen.
And you just never know what little thing is going to set off the next big disaster, you know?
It makes you wonder if we're ever really in control, or if we're just fooling ourselves.
That's the question, isn't it? And I don't think Crichton gives us a straight answer. He just lays out the possibilities and lets us decide for ourselves.
It's like he's saying, here's the food for thought, now go chew on it.
Exactly. He's not preachy, but he definitely makes you think.
So at the end of the day, The Lost World is more than just a dinosaur story, right?
Oh, yeah, it's way more than that. Right. It's about science, ethics, responsibility, all those big ideas wrapped up in this thrilling package.
And it's a story that stays with you long after you've finished reading it. It makes you think about the world in a different way, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It sparks your curiosity, challenges your assumptions, and leaves you with this sense of awe, you know? Like, wow, nature is amazing and terrifying all at the same time.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into The Lost World, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from all this?
I'd say it's the importance of learning from the past. The more we understand about the creatures that came before us, the more we understand about ourselves and our place in the world.
That's a great point. It's like looking back in time can help us figure out where we're going.
Exactly. And I think The Lost World does a fantastic job of showing us just how connected we are to the natural world, for better or worse.
It's a reminder that we're not separate from nature. We're a part of it. And what we do to the planet, we do to ourselves.
And that's a message that's more relevant today than ever before.
Absolutely. So, to our listeners, I encourage you to check out The Lost World for yourselves. Dive into that world Crichton created, explore the island, face the dinosaurs, and see what you discover.
And most importantly, keep asking those big questions. Keep exploring, keep learning. Because that's what makes life and this deep dive so exciting.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us on this journey to the Lost World. Until next time, keep diving.